time I watch a Netflix show, for some odd reason, the villain always happens to be a fucking white dude. Like, it's like they're demonizing white people, bro, or white men in general. And the good people are a woman that's typically colored, a black guy, a Hispanic guy, or a gay guy, or whatever. They're always on the right side. And I see it. I see what the fuck is going on, man. And a lot of you are like, oh, Myron, you're just over here because you're Uncle Tom. You're over here always protecting white guys. Because white people can't talk. All right, that's the truth. They cannot say anything, right, that has any type of inkling that has to do with race. So I'm just saying what a lot of people feel.
You know, it's dangerous to talk about this stuff because you'll get a lot of backlash from, well, you know who. You know, people will tell you that you're an incel or some sort of radical because why would you even be thinking about this stuff? Why would it bother you? If it bothers you, there's a problem. The white guy being a villain is something that's happened for a long time, even 40, 50 years ago. You know, it's a feel-good story, you know, if the woman or the minority is the hero. But more recently, this has been a big push, a huge push, not only to have this in Hollywood, but through Netflix, Hulu, and even going as far as changing a lot of, you know, roles that were normally in series that were already there, like Ghostbusters. They're remaking it, they'll put women in it. You know, Star Wars has gone woke. The Ocean's 11, they did one who was all women. There was just, I mean, these are failures. Why does Hollywood, why does Netflix, why do these companies keep pushing this agenda? Because it is an agenda. You can't deny this is a systemic issue, like it's an organized effort to push this. And if it's not for profit, then why? And you'll be like, well, maybe it is for profit. Maybe it is. Guarda. African-American population represents about 13% of the population in the United States. You know, Indian, even less. Asian American, even less than that. Hispanic, again, it's around 13 or 14% of the population in the United States. You would think Hispanic would be much larger. Predominantly white European is 75% of the population in America. So you would think that that would be somewhat the representation. Maybe you want to push it a little further. And yet still, it wouldn't be so one-sided. What am I talking about? Go on Netflix right now. Go on Hulu. Look at the series. And you got to take away anything that was made over 5 years ago and anything that's foreign. Because the UK, Spain, France, Poland, they're still pushing a lot of, you know, projects, series, and films that have white leads, right? So you got to look at U.S. exclusive. And you're going to be hard-pressed at finding anything positive that has a white hero. And you'll find nothing really that has a woman or a black guy as the main bad guy. I went through some of these, you know. I went through some of the series. Let's see the top 10 and see the most popular shows right now. And that's what I found. You know, Wednesday, it's kind of for kids. It's actually a good show. Female lead, young girl lead, whatever. Dead to Me, that's the two ladies. Love Island, Australia, that's foreign. The Crown, female lead, but that's also foreign, so it doesn't really count. Unbroken Voice, female lead. Blood and Water, minority. Our Universe, that's the documentary, but I think it's Morgan Freeman is the voiceover. Well, you know, who cares? Jeffrey Epstein documentary. There you go. There's your white guy lead. Wherein the Crawdads Sing, another female lead. Forgotten Battle, and another one. These are both war movies, but these are both, one's German, one I think is Dutch, both foreign films, but they're really good war movies. You guys should check them out. Then there was a Dahmer movie. Resident Evil, had the female lead, which, you know, I didn't really like this series, man. I didn't like her character, but I liked the main guy that's black. What was his name? I think that was a really good, and traditionally it was a white guy, but they turned it, but I think they did a good pick. He really did a good role. It was good for him. It's a good role. But it was a good casting. But her, I don't know. I'm so convinced. You know, I see Mila Jovovich. That's kind of who I think in Resident Evil. And maybe I think they should have gotten someone similar to her just to stay true to the character. But nowadays, it doesn't matter. Everything's doing the flip, the race flip for our favorite characters. It seems like they almost do it just to piss off the aficionados, the fans of these series. You know. But anyway, then it was Echoes, female lead. First Kill, female. Evil is a series that's actually on Paramount Plus. I just want to add that every single white male that has a speaking role on that show turns out to be a demon. I kid you not. Anyway, that's just the front page. I went on Hulu, did the same thing. I could keep going all day on this, but you get the point. You know, when you're talking about the race swapping, you can see all kind of shows. I mean, everything Disney has made in the past few years has been race swapping, you know. Now they got the Little Mermaid one, you know. But that lady, honestly, then the mermaid, her eyes are so far apart. I think it's a good casting because she kind of looks like a fish. So I got no problem with that. And honestly, like, saying this kind of stuff bothers me would be ridiculous. It's not that it bothers me. I don't care. But at the same time, it's so systemic that you notice and you ask you questions why this is. Because every film that was woke has bombed, really. All these remakes are bombed. They keep making them. They keep making them. Why? Something's at work. There's an agenda. And I'm questioning it. So when people turn it around, oh, you're bothered by it. No, I could care less. I capito, care less. The problem is I feel like there's something going on and the wool's being pulled over. And I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but you tell me, do people really think white men are being villainized in movies? I occasionally hear certain types of individuals on the internet complaining that Hollywood is becoming too progressive, woke, etc., and that they are on a quest to make white men out to be villains and everything, but I have yet to hear a reasoned, logical backing up of some of these claims. Can someone explain to me why they might think that? Open Netflix, open Hulu, and just look. Everything's gone woke. Star Wars, look, you know, Andor, the other one they made, Madonna, you know, when you've been depicted as a hero in 95% of all media for 150 years, any losing percentage will be seen as a vilification or whatever. This is what I'm privy to, and this is what I'm noticing. Why do you have to pull in 140 years? This is the white guilt, you know, kind of pushing on white people kind of thing. Anything that's been done by white people is your fault, even if you're born yesterday. And this is the kind of theory. You can't really bring up legitimate issues here because you're just going to be shut down. Anyway, that's my question. These are not making money. So why do they keep pushing them? Because there's an agenda. You tell me, just look at the amount of LGBTQ and pro-gay shows that are on Netflix and Hulu. Now, you're going to tell me because there's a large percentage of people consuming that material? Because that's not the case. That's not the case. So why is it being shoved down my throat? I don't know. I see it that way. I think that there's... You tell me. I'm not going to go rant. I'm going to make this video short. You tell me what you think. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, buy red, sell green.